Welcome to Mother Daughter Projects. I'm Steph,
I'm Vicki.
and today we're going to try out the Ryobi Expand-it Gutter Blower Tool.
Now, the Expand-it system is a system of outdoor tools that uses a single power head, and you can get a whole bunch of tools that go with that. And the beauty about that is you can have a whole lot of tools, and it stores in a small amount of space.
We have a lot of tools that use the 18-volt Ryobi battery, but these outdoor tools actually use the 40-volt battery, which gives you longer runtime and more power.
Now, Steph's been really excited to try out this tool on her gutters. Now, she has gutters that have gutter covers on them, and we weren't sure if it was going to work. And this roof has not been cleaned off in about 6 months, and we are right now in the middle of pollen season, so not only are there leaves, there's a whole bunch of other stuff up there.
All right, let's go see what we can clean off.
Inside the package, you'll find the gutter blower attachment, 2 extension shafts, an operating manual, and 3 hanger caps. The tool attaches to the power head by pushing the button in and aligning the shaft until the button pushes into position and tighten the knob to secure. Always make sure you read the operating manual before operating a new power tool. I'm wearing all the appropriate PPE as instructed in the manual, including eye and hearing protection, a face mask, as well as tying my hair back. This is my very first time using the tool, and my first impression is it was hard to see the leaves while I was working from the ground. So I was unsure whether I was getting all the leaves and pollen as I moved. The instructions say to start on the right and move to the left, as that's how the blower is oriented. What was extremely helpful was to have a drone filming the roof, and Mom was monitoring while I worked. Once I stopped, I was able to see how much more debris I needed to remove. I have 2 sections of gutter on the back of my house, so I moved on to the second that was even more messy. The manual says the power head should sit at hip height when in use, which I was able to do perfectly here. What I learned after the first use is it's helpful to actually move the gutter head up and down to help dislodge the debris. But it was also at this point that I realized how messy this was and that all that debris was coming down on me, which is why PPE is so important when using this tool. And next time I might consider a full face protection when using the tool again. On this side I thought the tool did a great job, and as you can see by moving the tool up and down I got a lot more of it loosened. It was at this point that I realized it does a great job at cleaning the gutters, but it doesn't really help with cleaning the debris in the valleys of the roof, so I'll address that later in the video. I thought this did a great job moving the debris that was on top of the gutter guards, and I do think it would work faster to use this tool rather than a manual tool to clean the gutters. But if you don't have gutter guards and the gutter is full of debris, I'm not sure how well the gutter blower would work. I found it helpful to do 1 pass and then a second pass to remove more debris. The gutter attachment comes with 2 extension shafts, and here I'm using 1 extension, and it works perfect for the height of this gutter. It feels well balanced and fairly easy to manage on my own. Now to the front of my house. I have 2 heights of gutters up here, so I started with 1 extension shaft on the lower gutter. Now you can see I'm overextending a little bit with the height of this gutter, but when I tried this gutter with the second extension it made it too tall, so it would be nice if there was an adjustable shaft for this tool. If my house is any example, you can see gutters on a house can be placed at a lot of different heights. This is my 3rd time using the tool, and I already thought I was more efficient due to the little bit of practice I had in the backyard. Again, I'll say if you have a drone, this is the perfect application to see what's on your roof, as it's a challenge to see from the ground. You can see it did a pretty good job in the lower gutter, but now I'm going to try to reach the upper gutter by adding the second extension shaft. I removed the battery and added the second extension. I was able to reach this gutter and clean it off fairly well, but the tool definitely feels a lot more challenging to use, and I would not want to use it in this configuration for any length of time. You can see I'm a little less controlled with it because of how tall it is. I also tried to clean up this glob of debris. I was able to do it a little bit, but I'll need to address it further. To clean off the valleys, I got my extension ladder and found a mini rake on Amazon that I attached to an extension pole, and I used that to manually move the debris from the valleys. It was slow going, but it worked. And here is the roof now. You can see with the gutter tool and the manual mini rake, I was able to remove most of the debris from the roof. There's still a little bit of debris here and there, but overall I was able to get the majority of it from the ground. So I would say if you have messy gutters and are not able to access your roof, this might be the tool for you.
What we learned. Now, after using this tool and also the other tool to clean the rest of the roof off, I will say the easier way to clean up the roof is to obviously be on the roof. And in this situation with all the stuff that was on my roof, that's probably what I would have done. But I still think the gutter tool is a great maintenance tool when there's just leaves and not a lot of stuff collected in the eaves of the house. But you might not be comfortable on the roof. If this is something you need your whole roof cleaned, I would definitely recommend looking for a licensed professional that does gutter or roof work. I did hire someone about a year ago when I had some roof damage, and it was about $200 to get the whole gutter and roof cleaned off.
Now you see behind us the way that we store our expanded system. And when we first got the system, Steph designed this really clever way to hang the tools, and we have since expanded it twice, and we expanded it a third time when we put the blower on there. So we were able to move things around just a little bit, add one hole, and we were able to hold everything.
Thanks for joining. If you want to see more projects from us, be sure to visit us at motherdaughterprojects.com. And if you want to stay up to date with all of our latest projects, be sure to sign up for our free newsletter. You can find a link right over there.